Yep, I knew he would do it. I knew he would do it. He got into that car as fast as he fucking could. I think this is a kidnapping. So this is license number 9WRK013. 9WRK013. There's a kidnapping going on in this car. I have to report this to the police. There is a Mexican man impersonating Jean-Claude Van Damme, and he's forcing this lady to give him a ride in her car. I think I just got a message from the FBI. So that Mexican guy is impersonating Jean-Claude Van Damme. So yeah, my aim is not so good. But like the second I ran to grab my phone, he just sat in the car because he knew he did not want to get caught. That guy was fucking disgusting, dude. Trying to act like a fucking vegetarian all fucking day long. Can you just imagine a meat eater just dreaming and dreaming and dreaming that one day he will look like and talk like a fucking vegetarian? And not so much like a fucking meat eater. Can you imagine that? So anyways, that's what Alex Riffenberg, that's how he described it. That's how Alex Riffenberg described it. And so what he's saying is that, you know, these meat eaters don't understand is that the style of speech, the way that Jean-Claude Van Damme talks, that's a vegetarian. That's a vegetarian talking. Yeah, a lot of people like him because he's handsome and he's popular and he's nice. But the second that a meat eater try to sound like or talk like a vegetarian, you kind of figure it out really fucking fast that he's a fucking meat eater. And then all of a sudden it's kind of like, oh, it's just a meat eater. Come on, you guys, let's fucking go. I don't want to fucking talk to him no more. And then all the meat eaters start fucking crying. They start calling racism. They start talking about how much it hurt that vegetarian people don't fucking want a fucking meat eater in their fucking life. And that's pretty much how Alex Riffenberg describes it. So there's some Mexican guy outside my house just like, wait! And then I just started stuttering. So apparently that's, you know, whatever. Yeah, no one wants to fucking talk to you. You talk way too fucking much, dude. You talk way too fucking much as a Mexican man. Yeah, have you guys seen in the emoji sector? He just did it again. Wait, and then I just stuttered. Have you guys seen in the emoji sector where, in the emoji sector, what was it? Oh, there's an emoji where it's a guy that's talking. It's a shadow. And there's a person talking. And it's quite evidently a man. It was a man that's talking way too fucking much. Yelling, shouting, talking shit. It's only a man. There's only a man fucking icon for that shadow that's fucking talking. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? And the reason why that's happening is because men actually talk a lot more than women. They just talk a lot more than women. So in America, we were raised to think that women talk more than men. And you know what? Some women talk a lot. For sure, some of them do. But men just talk a lot more. And so apparently, according to these statistics back in 2001. So this is like 2000. Let's just say 2000. back in the year 2000, the very first, year, there came out a study, and probably even sooner, probably even in the 90s, but it was around that time. So really, really early on, they were always saying, did you know that women talk 3 times more than men? Just on an average, every day, women just talk more than men. Why? It's just because women just like talking. Apparently, they just like talking shit about a whole bunch of fucking people. Because girls are fucking bitches, dude. Because girls are fucking bitches. And so, I was like, is that true? I don't know. I don't know about that. I was like maybe like 10 years old at that time. No one was fucking talking. No one was talking at my house. No one did it. We just watched TV, surfed the internet, played video games, and then that's it. Like, no one really fucking talked. But when I went to jail 3 times, and while I was also living in this house, there were always Mexican men and a whole bunch of other men. Okay, but a bunch of Mexican men surrounding my jail cell, my house, talking to me every single day. And it's always a Mexican man. And I'm talking about like 30 to 50 and probably even hundreds, maybe even thousands of Mexican men surrounding my house every single day. Talking to me through the fucking wall outside into my fucking house. And those guys go on for hours. I think I just saw a camera flash. It reminds me of Dylan. That guy was crazy. Well, anyways, I'm just saying, like, there was like a whole bunch of Mexican men every single day. I have to just sit there, and all of a sudden there's a Mexican man standing outside my house. Cho, you had better fucking stop talking about Zhao Yun. I swear to God. I swear to fucking God. He's fucking Mexican. You dumb bitch. And then they would just do shit like that all fucking night, all fucking day long. So Alex said that he used magic to force me to add in "you dumb bitch." Because they sold their soul to the devil to be able to speak like a fucking vegetarian because they like it so much. Shit like that. So I'm just saying that, like, men, okay, so that study, that statistic has been going around for like since elementary school to high school. And then they kind of said it around college years, but since around these years, they don't really say it too much. They don't really say, oh, well, studies show that women talk more than men. And that's what they said. And it was a reoccurring theme. They're like, men just don't really talk that much. They just don't really like talking, they just like mind their own fucking business. Like a fucking astronaut. So, but they don't, okay? So, anyways, so what I'm saying is that, sorry, I'm just like, what is that? They sold their souls to the devil to do that, right? Yeah, there's a booger in my fucking nose. I can't get rid of it. I've been taking care of my mouth, but I don't know. They sold their soul to the devil to give me a fucking snot in my nose. And it's like fucking dancing around my fucking mouth and my fucking nose, dude. The esophagus is what they call it, right? The throat area. The connecting, like the little punching bag in your mouth. It's like dancing around there, like up into my nose and then around my fucking throat, dude. It's hella awful to talk. Well, that thing is dancing around in my fucking mouth. So anyways, what I'm saying is that they've been giving that study. And the truth is I was like, really? I don't know. I don't know about that. But I just want you guys to know that men, they just talk a lot. And I have never... Should I bring it out now? So Alex is saying, yeah, go ahead and bring it out now. So I'm just gonna go get it. Sorry about my room, guys. I just get into a fight with the gods a lot, and they're saying, Cho, you just can't clean up your room. Fabio's gonna get fucking jealous if you clean up your fucking room, Cho. You know how mad he fucking get when you start thinking you better than him? What the fuck? He's standing outside your house every day, Cho. Talking about Dylan all fucking day. Just don't clean up your room for as long as these Mexican men are operating the fucking police jail cell like 3 hours away from fucking San Diego. Just don't fucking do it. It's like, dang, dude. Okay, sorry. I'm opening it up. Oh, here it is. Look at all these reports too, dude. Look at all this paperwork right here. So each and every one is only one fucking page, right? And every single page, so what's happening is that I was already excused from court. Okay? So the state of California court. And then this is like one of their paperworks. And what happened is that I was already excused by God, apparently. And so God was saying, so Cho, and no one ever spoke to me. No person ever stood in front of my face. They denied me. I hella got fucking denied and disposed of. There was no white person. There was no white person that ever stood in front of my face and said, Cho, you're fucking innocent. You didn't commit a fucking crime. You didn't. So anyways, they were wrong. And we will handle the situation accordingly with the law. No one ever said that to me. No one ever fucking said that to me. There was no one. No one ever did it. It was just some invisible man that I can't fucking see that said, Cho, you're innocent. So the court of law saying something like, Cho, like, you were not found guilty, and that's it. So there was no fucking judge that ever told me I was innocent. But what happened is that Alex told me that, and then what happened is that court was apparently canceled. Apparently, like, court was apparently canceled. Apparently, like, sorry, this snot is like dancing around my nose, dude. Over 10 times. Over 10 times. Okay? So court was canceled over 10 times, but what happened is that, here it is. Who did it? This is approved. I saw annoyed. Give them the address. This is report by Rico. Wait a minute. Oh shit. Okay, so I'm not looking for the Rico report. So here it is. Fighting and battery of a police officer. Lying. Oh, he's talking about Linda. Calling her a false statement. So he's saying that Linda Track and Cho Nguyen are not married to Dylan Farrell. Fighting or battery with any police member or volunteer. And they even gave me 2 different reports too, okay? So this is my police report. Mendoza. Mendoza? Was it Mendoza? No, this was Officer Vasquez, right? Yeah, so Officer Vasquez, stipulation officer. That's not even a real American terminology. So they gave him like the fake terminology. So it was Officer Vasquez who wrote this report for me. But he wrote in a different police officer's name, Officer Mendoza. Mendoza. Which one was he again? I don't remember. Yeah, I have a hard time remembering them. Because I just didn't really want to talk to them. So he said, see, so look at this. So it said, I asked incarcerated person Nguyen Pearl if she wanted to participate in her disciplinary hearing. So first of all, he started off with, I asked her if she wanted to fucking talk. And then I asked her if she wanted to talk again. So pretty much what he said was, I asked her if she wanted to talk. And then I asked her if she wanted to talk to the judge. Does that make sense? So that guy was saying, I need a fucking talk. I need a fucking talk. Do you get what I'm saying? And he's already fucking lying. He's already fucking lying about his name and giving a false statement to a staff member is what he's saying. Right? Fighting and battery any staff, volunteer, contractor, or incarcerated person. Indecent exposure, which is not even fucking true. The reason why that happened is because they would run into, like, there's like no wall covering the fucking toilet. And they would run, Mexican men would just run into the fucking jail cell every single minute just to watch girls fucking pee in the fucking toilet and poop in the fucking toilet. Like, they were fucking desperate to watch someone take a poop in the fucking toilet. That's what had happened. That's what I'm telling you is what had happened. So it never happened. But what had happened, the reason why he said indecent exposure, the reason why he's saying I was in indecent exposure, because he was already running in. He was already running into my jail cell to watch me fucking pee. Okay? It was hella fucking hard because they were only supposed to come back every single hour to check up on prison inmates. But they came back not just every single minute, but over 5 times a fucking minute. They would just walk in, go, oh, I'm just doing my rounds. I'm just doing my rounds. And then they would just circle around and then they would just walk outside. And then they would just do it again. Oh, I'm just doing my rounds. And then they would just walk in. And then they would just start knocking on my door. Hey, you want to talk? Hey, you want to fucking talk, man? Hey, you want to fucking talk? I just want to fucking talk. I have a lot of feelings. I just want to fucking talk. Nah, man, I don't want to fucking talk. Get the fuck out of my fucking face. Well, the reason why I don't want to fucking talk is because I really like Dylan. How's Dylan doing? How is he doing? How is he doing? Diego's right there. Ask Diego, you dumb fuck. That shit pissed me the fuck off. How is he doing, huh? How is he? We broke up, remember? Because of you. That shit was maddening, dude. Dylan was like, oh, hell no, Joey, we have to fucking break up. They're calling the police on us. Get the fuck out of my fucking house. Now. And Dylan was hella fucking mean. Hella fucking mean that day he broke up with me. We almost got into a fucking fist fight, dude. Because just 3 days ago, he's like, hey, Cho, do you want to go on a date? And I was like, sure, where? And I was like, oh, yeah, that sounds like really fun. I really like going there. I used to go there with my cousins when I was a kid. Well, we should go because it would be a lot of fun. So I was like, okay. And then 3 days later, he was like, Cho, if you don't get the fuck out of my house right now, by the time I get fucking home, Cho, I swear to God, I will drag you out of my fucking house and I will lock you out of my fucking house. I will fight you. I will fucking fight you if I have to. And I will call the fucking police. I will fucking call the police. If you do not fucking leave my house right now. So that's what happened. So how is Dylan? I don't know. I haven't talked to him in 5 fucking years because he talked to me like that. So I don't know why you're asking me how Dylan's fucking doing. You dumb fuck. Okay, so let me guess. Diego's not telling you fucking shit about Dylan. So Dylan's not telling you No, so Diego is not telling you fucking shit about Dylan. So Diego is not telling you anything about Dylan. And you're co-workers and you're both Mexican. So what I'm hearing is that you guys are not fucking friends. That's what I'm assuming. That's what I'm fucking assuming. That's what I'm fucking assuming. So what's happening is that, yeah, sorry, because we got into a really big fucking argument. And this booger is, like, fighting me, too. Like, me and Dylan were getting into fist fights at the end of our fucking relationship. So, yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen Dylan in 5 years, dude. What the fuck? So they're I don't know, and then they stopped asking me. Apparently, they were asking me a whole bunch of different shit, like, how's your sister? How's your brother? How's your fucking family? I'm not telling you shit, dude. How's your fucking family? Ask about my fucking family like that. So anyways, they were asking me how Dylan's fucking doing and shit like that. Pretty much. And they were saying you had better fucking stop talking to Dylan. And I was like, I did. I did stop talking to him. And it's your fucking fault. So anyways, and they were like naming themselves. They were trying to rename themselves to Officer fucking Farrell as a Mexican man. Like, do you guys remember that Mexican guy? That Mexican guy who has a Facebook page, who's like a musician. He was a fat Mexican guy named Dylan fucking Farrell. I met him before. I actually fucking met him. His name was like Sam. His name was Sam when I fucking met him, and now he's Dylan Farrell. And there were like a bunch of Mexican guys that were naming themselves after like my cousin. So like Duran, like Officer Duran. I was like, isn't it that a Vietnamese last name? Nah, it's Mexican. And then they kept stealing like last names from a bunch of different fucking people, dude, as police officers. So any single time you see a Mexican police officer with like a name of someone you fucking know, they actually stole that last name. They are actually committing identity theft. Like right here, F. Mendoza, it was actually Officer Vasquez. Officer Vasquez. And the name Camille was stolen from fucking a Filipino girl, but it's actually an American name. So I'm just letting you guys know, like, Mendoza is actually also a stolen name from India. And he was fucking Mexican, dude. So anyways, they were asking me, they were like talking to me like, they tried to talk to me for so fucking long, but I would not fucking do it. So what they would do is they would force another incarcerated person to talk to them for like 3 fucking hours. And then they would call it a fucking interview. An interview between a correctional officer with a prison inmate. And the reason why they call it a correctional officer is because they're saying that they're trying to teach people how to function properly in society again. Yeah, she's great. I like my sister Fong. Oh, you like her because she's fucking evil? Good. That's exactly what I want to fucking hear from you. Because I'm not your fucking friend. Always remember that. And she's not your fucking friend either. So, you dumb fucking vegetarian bitch. So anyways, yeah, the reason why I'm saying that is because they want to be a vegetarian so fucking bad. What is today? It's a Thursday, right? Dude, I think that business is closed down. They closed down that business, dude. I think it's closed. Yeah, there's no one in there. So anyways, oh, he tried to make a getaway because he was not supposed to be there. He was not supposed to be there because they actually shut that thing down. There's been a lot of, like, rich white American ladies walking in and out of that store for, like, the past week now. And I did not keep, date. I did not keep the date up. But it's been about a week or two since this store has been closed. But people still try to break in anyways. And, like, so I guess it's closed right now, right? Doesn't it look closed? No one's there. It's like a Thursday today, so it should be open. But it's closed. No cars, nothing. It's closed. So anyways, sorry, guys. Yeah, so anyways, I'm going to get back to this. So this guy said, I asked person Nguyen Pearl if she wanted to talk. And then I asked her if she wanted to talk to the fucking in court. Disciplinary hearing is actually an illegal immigrant terminology for court. And the reason why he did it is because he was just trying to create his own fucking word for his own justice system that he's trying to create in America. Technically, he said, I asked Pearl Nguyen if she wanted to talk in court. If she wanted to go to court or appear in court. But he said if she wanted to participate in disciplinary hearing. If someone uses big words like that all the fucking time, that person's brain fucking sexual. That person is brain fucking sexual. That person is never gonna fucking calm down. Never gonna calm down to how fucking stupid that bitch was. Because she didn't know that shit was a fucking fork. Anytime you see someone use big words like that, that's exactly who they fucking is. That's exactly who they fucking is. Okay? And, so for Nguyen refused to look at me and ignored my questions. He took that shit hella fucking personal. And the reason why is because he asked me if I wanted to go to court. He asked me if I wanted to go to court. And then I said, no, I don't want to go because I was already deemed innocent. So I don't need to fucking go. Well, you gotta go anyways, apparently. That's what he would say. And then after that question, he asked me, how are your brothers and sisters? And then after that, I was like, hell fucking no. So I just ignored him and I just turned away. And I just didn't say anything. And then I just left. I was not going to tell him how my brothers and sisters. I was not going to tell a Mexican man who talked about sex every single second of his fucking life how my brothers and sisters are fucking doing. So in other words, I asked her if she wanted to talk. And then I asked her if she wanted to talk. And then she did not want to fucking talk. So he already in 2 sentences already mentioned that he wanted to talk 3 fucking times. And we're talking about Officer Vasquez. He was hella fucking ugly. Okay? Nguyen refused to look at me and ignored my question. So that's 4 times. So that's actually 4 times. So this is 2 sentences. And he mentioned that he wanted to talk 4 fucking times. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Do you understand what I'm talking about? And already right here, lying. That's 5. Providing false statement. That's 6. And then to a staff member, that's going to be 7. And then the fact that he lied about his name, that's 8. So he already mentioned that he wanted to talk about 8 fucking times within 2 fucking sentences. Within about how many? To 3. Yeah, 4 sentences, just about, right? Actually, you can actually bump up the numbers a bit. So Mendoza and Vasquez can be bumped up to another fucking 6 times he tried to fucking talk. And then, so 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's why he mentioned that he wanted to talk about 9 times already in about 3 sentences with a name fucking included. Oh yeah, and indecent exposure. The reason why he said I had indecent exposure is because I was provided pajamas. I was provided pajamas by the jail facility. And so I did not want to wear like those the jumpsuit all day because it's like heavy. It's like wearing shackles. So I just wore the pajamas, and then they saw me in the pajamas, and then they just said that I was indecent exposure. Like he's saying like I was like fucking trying to show off my naked body to him just because I was wearing pajamas. That's what it means. That's what he wrote indecent exposure for. And it's going to talk about that a little later. Refused to look at me and ignored my questions. I attempted to get a response from her. So I'm just trying to talk again. I just want to fucking talk again. I'm telling you guys, men talk a whole fucking lot. They talk way more than fucking women. I'm telling you. So that study, they lied. They lied a whole fucking lot. And the reason why they put that in the fucking study is because the man that they have feelings for just don't want to talk. He just did not want to fucking talk to them. Because they knew that gay men, that skank men wanted to talk to straight men the fucking most. So straight men just put out that study and said, oh, men don't fucking talk. Women talk a lot more, and that's it. And the reason why they said that is because they just like hearing girls talk more than a gay ass fucking man, a fucking skank, than a skank ass fucking man. So that's why they put that in a study, so that straight men can just fucking avoid them like fucking crazy. Because look at how much this guy fucking talk as a fucking skank. As a LBT fucking skank. I attempted to get a response from her. I attempted. So in other words, he was trying to force me to fucking talk to him, dude. I tried to force her to talk to me. Multiple times. By letting her know the purpose of the hearing, and she refused to acknowledge me. So right here, he was withholding information. So when I say he was withholding information, what I'm saying is that he literally asked me how my mom is doing, where my brothers and sisters, how they're doing, and where they fucking live. He asked me where my family fucking lives. He actually fucking did that shit. And so what he did is that he was trying to withhold information on the computer because he knew the White House and the police force might fucking figure that shit out. And so what happened is that So what happened is he withheld information and lied about the whole thing. And he said the reason why Cho would not fucking talk to me, Pearl would not talk to me, is because she did not want to go to court because she was that irresponsible about her life. She's not a grown fucking adult. She cannot make decisions on her fucking own, is what he actually was fucking saying. Sorry, there's a booger coming in and out of my nose, dude. That shit fucking sucks. But that's what he was fucking saying. So yeah, so she refused to acknowledge me, is what he was saying, right? So he's saying he tried to talk again. Look at how many times he said, I tried to fucking talk, but she did not want to fucking talk. He cannot take no for a fucking answer. Like, trust me. Like, do you know how, like, Fabio kept trying to be featured with Ben, and Ben just didn't want to hang out with him? Or, like, who else was there? Who else is there that was like that? Like, there's just Mexican people that just won't fucking leave, and they just want to hang out all fucking time and get invited to a fucking party, but no one wants them around and shit like that. They just want to get acknowledged. Like, they wanted to get an invite and shit like that. That's what it meant. When he says she refused to acknowledge me, what that means is that he wanted an invitation to hang out with my fucking family as a fucking Mexican police officer. That's what it actually fucking means. She refused to acknowledge me. And that's what it fucking means. He was not looking for a response. He was looking, he wanted me to fucking acknowledge him. And what that means is that he wanted me to fucking invite him to hang out with my family and talk about how my family is doing and shit like that. So anyways, just keep going. I advised her that if she did not want to attend the hearing, that I wouldn't be able to get a statement from her. So the reason why he did that is because he's actually just talking fucking shit. He can speak English clearly fucking well. And the reason why he wrote it like that is just basically because he's just like trying to confuse you. He's trying to get you to read the sentence multiple times to get you to try to figure out what he's fucking saying. When that is a disorderly sentence, it is a destructive sentence. And it is a sentence that is meant to stall your time while you try to figure out what he's fucking saying so that he can use that time while you're distracted to fucking attack you. That's exactly what that sentence is saying. Okay? I advised her that if she did not want to attend the hearing, that I wouldn't be able to get a statement from her. Okay? So in other words, I already told him I did not want to fucking go. See? So he said, so do you see what I'm saying here? So I advised her that if she did not want to attend the hearing, because I already told him no. I already told him no. So he said here that she refused to acknowledge me. She refused to give me a response. Do you guys get what I'm saying? I already gave him a response. I told you. The first thing he asked me was, do you want to go to a disciplinary hearing? That's what he fucking called it. It's a bitch ass fucking word, dude. Do you know what disciplinary hearing means? It means that he wants to fucking rape you and teach you how to fucking get raped. That's what it fucking means. Okay? That's a rape ass fucking word. So I tried to get a response from her, but then he said oh, but she said she did not want to go. Okay, so the very first thing I did answer him, and I said, no, I don't want to go. And the reason why is because God told me not to fucking go. Okay, and so just to let you guys know, like, they did not fucking molest me, but they sold their soul to the devil just to get me to fucking say it. They just wanted me to fucking say it. They did not get to do it. They did not get to do it. Okay, they just sold their soul to the devil to make it seem like they were a duck. When they did not. It never fucking happened. Do you understand? It never fucking happened. They just wanted... It was because they really like Brian Cree a lot. They really like that guy from my school, Brian Cree, a lot. And so they just wanted to destroy his fucking story because they were also jealous of him. Because they want to be him and they don't want him to be him. They only want to fall in love with him, but... only if that is their own clone and not his fucking clone. Not his fucking puppet. Does that make sense? And he looks like Elio. The guy that hangs out with Pika Jen. Exactly like Elio, but like the boy version of Elio. So they really like Brian Cree a lot. Okay? But anyways, let's get back to her. That if she did not want to attend the hearing, that I wouldn't be able to get a statement from her. So in other words, he heard me clearly. He hella fucking knew that I said, no, I'm not going to go to court. I was already given an innocent lawsuit case. And that was it. And so, not innocent lawsuit case, but I was given an innocent verdict. An innocent verdict. Oh, he said, oh, I heard that you tried to avoid that fucking word. Is there a reason why? Huh? So that's what the Mexican guy said. I'm real fucking disgusting. Is that why you fucking can't go back to fucking Mexico, though? Yeah, it's because Alex said, Cho, don't say that word. Don't say that word. Just don't say it for right now. And then afterwards, that Mexican guy started talking to me. Diatic is what he just said. So anyways, I was given an innocent verdict. I can say it now? So Alex is letting me say that word now. I was given an innocent verdict in court. So the purpose, okay, that I wouldn't be able to get a statement from her. So why did he say that? So pretty much what he's saying is that if I do not go to, so Alex is explaining that if I do not go to court, then I would not be able to tell him and give him a response about whether or not I am innocent or guilty. So in other words, he's trying to act like another fucking judge, and whatever statement that I get from the judge, he was just going to deny it. He's going to dispose of it and depose it and just call me fucking guilty. So that's what he was trying to fucking do. They're looking for Scott Cohen. Jean-Claude Van Damme. I advise him the purpose of her attendance is to provide me with a defensive statement against the officer's findings. So see, right there, okay? So he says right here, I advise the judge. He did not call it the judge, and she just called him a him. I advise him the purpose. I told the judge that the reason why she needs to go to court is to provide him with a defensive statement against the officer's findings. So what's happening is that the judge told him, Cho's innocent. Cho is innocent. Like she did not commit that fucking crime. She never did it. And they even grabbed the video off of my phone through police officer, like they just download it from police officer security reasons off of my phone, okay? So it's saying that he did not want to admit to it. He was trying to fucking dance around it, and he accidentally admitted to it, okay? So he says here, I advise the judge the purpose of her attendance is to provide me with a defensive statement against the officer's findings. So he is the officer, and he found out that I had been abusing my mom and that I had been hitting her while I was in my house and at my house, and that I am guilty of elder abuse. Okay, I am guilty of elder abuse, and that's what he is saying. So he is saying that the judge is wrong about my verdict and that he found me guilty, but he found me innocent. Okay, so I never heard shit from the fucking judge. He never said shit to me. He didn't say shit to me. He only talked to me for 5 fucking minutes. 5 fucking minutes, but then at the same time, there was a whole bunch of Mexican men sitting in the fucking jury fucking seats. In the fucking audience, there was a bunch of Mexican men trying to act as the fucking lawyer to trial against me for elder abuse. So I guess I can understand why now, like right now, why the judge did not fucking say shit to me. Because that guy was also in a hostage situation where they will not allow me to hear that I was innocent. And they had to travel back in time to make sure I never heard that word ever again. Apparently. So this is like a nightmare realm where apparently Mexican people think they freaking win. And a lot of people think they freaking win when they had to battle their life and die a lot of times just to get the result that she never get to hear the judge tell Cho that she was innocent. But he got to hear it. So he went to the court anyways, and he spoke to my judge, and the judge already told him she is innocent. But he's saying, I told the judge that I think she's fucking guilty when you think she's fucking innocent, is exactly what happened here. Okay? So let's continue this. I advise him that the purpose of her attendance is to provide me with a defensive statement against the officer's findings. I also advise her that if she did not attend, I would utilize the officer narrative and any physical digital evidence I may have, is what he is saying. Okay, so what happened is that what's happening is that he right here when he said, I have to utilize the officer's narrative. So the reason why he's saying that is because he's saying that he has the right to go to court for me, and to speak on my court case instead of me. So he wanted to go to court in my place as a Mexican police officer that I have never met before. I've never met him, never talked to him. This is like the first time I ever fucking met him. And he's saying that he has the right to go to court and go to trial for me, and I am silenced. I am not allowed to fucking talk, and that he gets to talk for me to the fucking judge. But Mexican people are never allowed to go to trial because they talk way too fucking much. They talk way too fucking much. They have too much to fucking prove. Because you want to know why? Because no one ever fucking believed in them. And no one ever will. And no one ever will. The whole point is I just need to fucking talk. Okay? So I asked him, I said, why do you need to fucking talk so fucking much? And then that kind of, he was like, oh shit. Maybe I do talk way too fucking much, okay? Because he saw this thing and I just said, I need to talk. And then he said, it's because I need and want someone to believe in me. And then I said, oh, so no one fucking believes in you, huh? Good job, everyone. We fucking did it. No one fucking believes in him. And what do you want them to fucking believe, Officer Vasquez, what do you fucking want? What do you fucking want? Well, I just want to prove that I deserve to have a job in America. Oh, so America is not fucking paying you, is what you're saying. So you're here illegally pretending to be a police officer, and this is not your fucking job, is what you're saying. So, good job, everyone. No one's fucking paying him fucking shit, and he's just a fucking beggar. That's it, guys. We can go home now. Just don't fucking talk to him. And that's it. That's the whole point of this fucking letter. And no one should ever fucking pay him anything, any fucking ways, dude. You should not talk to him. He's ugly. He looks like fucking Sonny, dude. The reason why Lucifer is so funny. Lucifer is so fucking funny, dude. I really like his personality. So Lucifer said the reason why he looks like Sonny is because we actually trafficked him with fucking Sonny. Fucking hate Sonny, dude. The guy is fucking ugly. The ugliest dude in the fucking world. Okay, so anyways. Officer findings. I also advised her if she did not attend, I would utilize the officer's narrative and any physical digital evidence that I may have for this incident. So in other words, the evidence that he has is that he was selling his soul to the devil to get people to look like me, to commit crimes in my image. And that is what the devil is saying to me. So that guy tried to sell his soul to the devil to get someone to look like me and then to act like I committed those crimes. And that is the evidence that he may have. For this incident, I was able to review. So, oh wait, what happened? So he's saying that, and then he tried to get that girl who looked like me to walk into my mom's nail shop and then to start hitting my mom. And then to start hitting my mom and to start speaking to her in Vietnamese. And that's what he was trying to do. So in other words, Officer Vasquez and Mendoza, that what they had done is that they had hired a lookalike, but really sold their soul to the devil, okay? Okay? But in mogul terms, it might make sense to say they hired a lookalike to walk into my mom's nail shop and to record on camera her daughter hitting her at her job. And that was the evidence that he has against me. And this is what the devil is saying. For this incident, I was able to review the incident via a recorded camera footage of the regional adult detention facility. So what does that mean? And that means that he decided to change the fucking subject and act like I was like via module or from module India. So that's my jail cell. I was in module India. We called it Hotel India. And the reason why is because it's not supposed to be called Hotel India. But the reason why we did it is because there's a bunch of Mexican people who were trying to use these jail cells as hotels. And they were trying to traffic people and lock people up and never get people out. Let people out and just fuck them all day, rape them all day, and never feed them and never let them leave. So the prison inmates were always saying, oh, okay, so we're in Hotel India. So in that sector, you have to write Hotel India so they know which jail cell to deliver your stuff. You know, like toothpaste, shampoo, chips, candy, whatever you want. You have to tell them you're at Hotel India. But this time I was not allowed to buy food. That was last time I was in jail. But this time I was not allowed to buy food. But that is what the prison inmates were calling it. They were calling it Hotel India and Hotel Bravo. I was in Hotel Bravo. And then I was in Hotel India. And then I was in Hotel H. But I don't know what H stood for. So first of all, I was in Hotel H. And then they just decided to just disorient people. And they're like, all right, you guys, we have to move you out of this jail cell to a different fucking jail cell. Why? Because I said so. So pack up your things and let's go. So then they just moved us to a different fucking jail cell. And we had to like, there were girls that had to like carry their bed and drag it all the way across the fucking jail cell just so that these Mexican men can cause another crime. And that was an illegal invasion of the jail cell home. And so they were just forcing people to move to another fucking jail cell. So I went from Hotel H to Hotel Bravo, which is B. And then after that, 2 months later, they were like, okay, guys, pack up your bags. We need to move you to another fucking jail cell. Okay? They were hella fucking evil. It's like, can you imagine having to move houses like every single fucking month? That shit is hella fucking evil, okay? So then when I was in Hotel India, so in my third time in jail, so Hotel Bravo and H were my first time in jail, and now I'm in Hotel India. And while I was in Hotel India, they could not move us to another jail cell, which is like another, it was like another like room full of like 20 jail cells, right? So that's a hotel. And then there's a cell, okay? So this time, so hotel, they hold like a group of inmates, okay? And then this time while I was in Hotel India, they were moving prison inmates from jail cell to jail cell. They're like, Pearl, get out of your jail right now. Clean that shit up right now. I said, clean that shit up right now. Clean it up right now. I was like, why? Because I'm moving you to a different jail cell. Why? I'm comfortable here. Just get the fuck out of your fucking room and go to the other fucking jail cell like I told you to do it. And then I was like, can I get a female officer, please? And then the female officer would come by and she would speak to me nicely, except she was always Mexican. And she was like, all right, Pearl, I can give you like 20 minutes. I can give you 20 minutes 20 minutes to clean up and go. And then that was it. And then, so those guys were like telling me that I had to move immediately, like right now. But that girl, for some reason, was able to give me 20 minutes at least. Okay, so she was nicer. But she, like the white American men, obeyed them. They're like, men, you gotta fucking move. The white police officer said, yeah, man, if he told you to move, then you gotta fucking move. So it's like, okay, fine. So I moved to another jail cell in Hotel India only once. They were only able to do it once, but they came into my jail cell every week and they told me that I have to move to another jail cell every single week. And we're talking about Mexican men. And eventually, I guess they stopped a little bit, but they kept on trying to do it. But they were doing that to other prison inmates. So I guess what happened is that God killed them every single time they tried to move me. So they could not move me. Sorry, I burped because they sold their soul to the devil to get me to do that, because apparently they lost that fucking fight and it hurt their feelings so bad, so they have to fucking try to kill me, choke me through fucking soul selling, okay? So what happened is that there was like one prison inmate who had to move jail cells like 5 to 10 times in like 2 months. She moved from A to D, and then like D to like M, and then M to A, and then after that A to D, and then they would move it D to C, and then C to F. Shit like that, you know what I'm talking about? Instead of like Hotel India to Hotel Bravo, it was A, B to C. Okay, so I'm just explaining to you guys how that shit fucking worked. I'm about up to an hour, dude. Sorry, I have like a lot of boogers in my nose and like a lot of radiation right now, so I'm like really like jittery. I'm like really jittery, and I'm like fighting a booger right now for my fucking life. That thing's trying to fucking kill me, dude. As I'm trying to fucking talk. Okay, well anyways, just keep going. For this incident, I was able to review the incident via recorded camera footage of the regional adult detention facility. So he's talking about Dylan right here. He's actually referring to Dylan Farrell. Regional adult detention facility. So what's happening is that he's saying that he has recorded video image of me and Dylan having sex. That's what he's trying to fucking say. Does that make sense? He has adult videos of me and Dylan. And he got the word regional from time travel. And he knew I was going to say regional in the time travel. Regional axis. I was able to review the incident via camera footage of the regional detention facility from Module, India. So they're trying to deport Dylan to India and to Mexico and to traffic them there. But they're trying to blame me for it, is what they're trying to do. Okay? That's what they're saying here. I advised Nguyen that if she did not want to fucking talk, she would not be allowed to appeal the hearing officer findings. So he's saying that if I do not go to fucking court, he told the judge that if Cho does not go to the fucking court, that Cho would be found guilty no matter fucking what. Okay? So, in other words, yeah. Nguyen kept ignoring me after multiple times. Yeah, I was not gonna fucking talk to him, dude. That guy was fucking annoying. Like, when I tell you, like, they ran into the hotel, the jail facility, okay, the jail cell, okay, both of them are jail cells, so they ran into the jail cell and they would knock onto my jail cell door more than anyone else, more than any other prisoner And they would ask, hey, you want to fucking talk? And that shit was like multiple times a minute, dude. So when he kept saying, here, I just wanted to talk, I just needed to fucking talk, and she wouldn't fucking do it. So that means she's fucking guilty. And then I had to fucking talk. I had to fucking talk to her, and I had to talk to the judge, and I had to talk to Dylan. I just needed to fucking talk. I just needed to fucking talk. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Like, what I'm saying is it's fucking disgusting how much he needed to fucking talk. So he tried to talk to me multiple times. And when I say he tried to talk to me multiple times, you guys, I'm telling you, I'm serious. I'm serious when I say that they ran into the jail facility to talk to me multiple times a minute. Multiple times a minute. Okay? And by multiple times a minute, we can say like 60 times a minute. 60 times a minute. 60 times a minute that these Mexican officers tried to talk to me. That's how bad it was, you guys. That's how disgusting Mexican men are about fucking talking. So when he says, I attempted to talk to Pearl Nguyen multiple times, it means 60 times per minute. One time every single second. And Alex Riffenberg is saying, I know it's hard for you guys to believe, but I'm saying it's more than 60 times a minute. I'm saying it's 60 times, more than 60 times a minute. And the reason why I'm saying it's more than 60 times a minute is because there are even more Mexican officers than you think that were trying to talk to Pearl Nguyen. More officers than you think. So I'm talking about, and I'm putting it lightly, I'm really giving you guys an underestimated number. You gotta believe me when I say this is an underestimated number. I'm saying that Mexican men tried to talk to Cho 5,000 times per second. 5,000 times per second. That's what Alex is saying. That's what Alex is saying. And they were shooting down, apparently they were shooting down Mexican men that were coming out of town to pretend to be police officers at this jail cell. And because they found out through soul selling and through telepathic mind messaging that Dark Pastel was in jail at this jail facility. And it's super fucking disgusting. So they had been shooting them down. And Alex is saying 5,000 times per second. But from my perspective, you guys, he needed to fucking talk. All of them needed to fucking talk. Okay? It was 60 times per minute that they needed to fucking talk to me. And that was it. About my friends, about my family, how they're fucking doing. Shit like that. The Mexican girls apparently were just a lot nicer. The Mexican girls were like really nice. They were like, oh yeah, sure, I can do that for you. Oh yeah, I believe in God for sure. I believe in God, yeah. I love God. I love God. Well, anyways, can I do anything else for you? Yeah, can you get me like an extra blanket, dude? This is really cold. Yeah, I can get you an extra blanket. Here, let me get that for you. So like the Mexican girls were reasonable. They were nice. They did their job right, at the very least. But Mexican men were different. Okay, so the girls came around like once an hour. Once an hour. Just about. And then Mexican men were different, and they were trying to talk to me 60 times per minute. 60 times per minute. That's how bad it was when I tell you this, and Alex is saying 5,000 times, that's hard to believe. But I'm saying 60 times per minute. Okay? Hella fucking rude. Hella fucking rude. I advise Nguyen, no, where is it? Nguyen kept ignoring me after multiple attempts. Okay? I decided to conduct the hearing without her presence or by her own refusal. So what's happening is that guy tried to run a separate court lawsuit against me, with him as a fucking judge. That's what Alex is saying. So I was gonna say, with a different fucking judge. So he tried to run a court with a different judge, and then Alex, and that judge was Officer Vasquez himself as a judge. And so he's saying that he has already found me guilty, okay, whether or not I appeared in court. And especially because I refused to go to court, it meant that I am guilty without trial, is what he's saying. I am guilty without trial. Okay, so in America, apparently they say innocent until proven guilty, right? Actually, God said that's not an American quote. That's something that evil people wish, but it's guilty when you're fucking guilty, and that's it. They already fucking know. God knows everything. He knows everything. Okay? But yeah, so Cho is already fucking guilty. I will, however, refer her to mental health and medical staff for any potential follow-up. So in other words, he's trying to deal me fucking drugs. He's trying to deal me fucking drugs no matter what. So I told him, hey, stop offering me fucking drugs, you dumb bitch. And I was hella fucking mean to them. Why? It's because they keep saying like, oh, it's all about that laugh, Cho. It's all about that fucking laugh. I was like, oh, so what you mean is you don't want to go to fucking hell. Is what you're fucking saying. You can't stand that fucking shit. Is what you're fucking saying, huh? Huh? And it's because they were kind of indirectly saying that they like hearing the way I fucking talk. So when I heard that, I knew that they liked the way I talk. So all of a sudden I was like, I gotta make it fucking ugly, dude. I have to antagonize my voice like fucking crazy. Like I have to make that shit as ugly as fucking possible because it's horrible. It's awful. I can speak French, German, Italian, English, Spanish. I can speak Swedish. Oh, really? Yeah. Probably better than you. Like, just antagonize your voice the second a Mexican person just comes around, dude. Let them know they're not fucking welcome to hear your nice side any fucking more. Because they don't want to hear that fucking shit. Because they don't. Okay, so I was just like, I just made it hella fucking ugly. I just don't want to sound good around those guys no more. Because all of a sudden, it's horrible, it's awful. How's your family? How's your friends? Trying to fucking impersonate me, trying to sound like me. There's a lot of videos of Mexican men trying to copy my Animal Crossing video voices. Since way back in the day. And now white men are doing it. And they keep laughing or whatever, but that's how it's been. Because they fight over who have a better voice and shit like that. They fight over who sound more like a vegetarian than a fucking-tarian, dude. So fucking annoying. Okay, so I decided to conduct without her presence by her own refusal. I will, however, refer her to mental health. So those guys sent that girl to my house. That girl, she was sitting in that chair. She was sitting in my chair. So I was sitting over there, right, talking to her to ask me if I still want drugs from mental health. And I told them no every single day. 3 times a day. No, I don't want your fucking drugs. I never said yes to you fucking once. Why do you keep fucking asking? Because I don't fucking like you. Oh, okay, I get it now. Alright, I don't like you either. Never have, never fucking will. So, you can go back to Mexico. That's how all of us fucking feel about you. Dumb bitch. Okay? So anyways, yeah, so they sent that girl to my house. And because a Mexican man tried to fucking do it. So a Mexican man tried to fucking do it to come to my house to offer me drugs again. But as a police officer, but that girl and her police officer team had actually violently murdered them. And then they came to my house to let me know that that's what they were trying to do. Does that make sense? They were kicking down the fucking door. They were kicking down the fucking door multiple times a fucking year. They were trying to break into my house to deal me fucking drugs. So it had to be her, because the white American police officers were killing them off, and that girl had to use those sci-fi technologies like Camille Vasquez to make people think that she's Mexican when she's actually white American, just to make it think like, oh, you know, a Mexican person got to set foot inside her fucking house because you live on stolen fucking land. Does that make sense? That's how bad this whole entire situation is. Okay, so we'll go back to that. Mental health medical staff or any potential. Sorry, someone came by. It's because the letter's almost ending. I don't know what time it is. It's fucking closed. And they still came by to the business. They're trying to break into that business even though it was closed. It's obviously fucking closed. And then they open the door. But you can't fucking see it because of the glare on the window. And they sold their soul to the devil to do it. So what happened is that they actually entered a closed business. They actually walked into the fucking store. It was the lights off. You can't fucking see it. You can only see my fucking reflection. But they opened that door and then they walked in. The lights were off. Yeah. They broke into that fucking building. So anyways, I want to keep on reading this fucking letter. Okay, sorry. I'm a little uncomfortable. I'm just going to get a little bit more comfortable because I'm not that fucking strong. So anyways, oh my god, my canned corn. I just saw that on my camera. So what happened is that my mom bought a box full of canned corn, and then my dad forced my mom to give it away because he did not want her to eat fucking corn. And my mom knew that I liked corn. My mom knew that I liked eating Korean corn cheese. It's one of my favorites. So, you know, I know how to make it at home now. Just add in some mayonnaise and some cheese. And I'm sorry, I don't really know what's a good type of cheese because I've never bought cheese at the store before. I've only been allowed to go to the store grocery shopping like 3 times in my fucking life. And the only reason why I was able to afford food is because of food stamps. And then God took away my car, so I don't go shopping anymore. So I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what type of cheese. I don't know what type of cheese to get. But, yeah, they always do that thing where they would always, like, act like they're trying to ram my house down with the car. Oh, they're trying to highlight whatever the fuck that is. Yeah, I had to buy a security camera for my house, and God told me not to give it to you guys. Not to tell you what brand it is. Oh shit, I see someone there. Do you see that? In the reflection of the mirror. Yeah, so if you can see, so the door is open right there. You can see it. So the lights are off in that fucking building, and they just finally turned it on. So they're illegally breaking into that thing. So right now it is 6:24 August, no, 6:24 February 20, no, February 12th, 6:24 p.m. February 12th. Okay? So anyways, that was fucking weird. The hot dog. You guys know the hot dog leg fucking meme? Yeah, so I'm not going to talk about that business anymore because I want to end this video soon. I don't want to keep on going. But yeah, those guys are, see, it's like that building. You can see the doors open. It's orange there. It's because the lights are probably turned off by the American government. So they're sitting there in the middle of the dark. They're sitting in that building in the middle of the dark. Does that make sense? And the reason why you see light on the opposite side is because that is actually street light. So that's the sidewalk. That's the sidewalk, and then it's like the street light that they're trying to reflect into that empty building. Does that make sense? And that guy is pretty much standing outside on the other side of the sidewalk, on the other side of the building. So yeah, it's all turned off. So I'm just letting you guys know that the power has been shut off from the inside of that building. So anyways, I'm going to keep on talking about this. Maybe I can make it zoomed in a bit more. Actually, I'll just zoom out. Sorry, guys. Mental health for any potential follow-up. So they were trying to break into my house to offer me drugs, but that Mexican girl came, which was actually a white girl using holographic technology to hide her white American identity because we live on stolen land, apparently. Okay? I reviewed the recorded camera footage of the incident and observed that on 9/1/25 at 23:07 hours, September 1st, 2025 at 11:07, right? Yeah, 11:07. 11 hours and 7 minutes. So 11 p.m. 11 p.m. Okay, so this is at night. Just before, this is like an hour before midnight. September 1st, 2025, an hour before midnight. The upper tier, the reporting officer is conducting his scheduled inner security check module of India. He first goes upstairs to check the upper tier of the module and makes his way back downstairs. When he is about to pass by module India cell, lower 2. So I was in module India cell lower 2. So there's upstairs. There's upstairs and there's a downstairs. And I was in room number 2. Which I was not in room number 2, right? I was in room number 3, right? I was in lower 3. I was not in lower 2. I was lower 3. Incarcerated person Nguyen tosses milk from a milk carton on the officer. And the reason why I did that is because I got really mad at them because it was 10 o'clock. So what happens is that right now it is 11:07. Okay, so in other words, lights out. So prison inmates are supposed to go to sleep at 10 p.m. But it's an hour and 7 minutes past, apparently. That's what they're saying. So an hour and 7 minutes passed and I threw a milk carton at them. And the reason why I threw a milk carton at them, because I told them that they're only supposed to be here once a fucking hour. They're only supposed to be here once a fucking hour. But they pretty much came they pretty much checked up on us while we were sleeping every single fucking minute. Every single fucking minute. So it's pretty much like 60 times an hour. And I'm telling you, they were in and out of the jail cell like 60 times per hour. Like there was a lot of them. 60 times per hour. So I had a carton of rotten fucking milk. Rotten fucking milk. Right? Or was it fresh? It was rotten, right? Of milk. And then I just threw it at the police officer. And I told them, cut it out. I swear to God, I will fucking hit you. I will fucking hit you if you come here again. I swear to God, I don't want to fucking talk. I swear to God, I don't want to fucking talk. And the reason why is because sometimes it would be like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock a.m. at night, past midnight. It was always like this. Hey, New Win. Hey, New Win, are you up? Hey, New Win, are you awake? Hey, I want to talk. Hey, New Win. Hey, New Win. What do you want? Oh, I just wanted to fucking talk. What do you want to fucking talk about? What do you want to fucking talk about? Dylan? How's Dylan doing, man? I don't know who Dylan is, but how's Dylan doing? I don't know Dylan, but how's Dylan? How's he doing? So then I just threw a carton of milk at him because I did not want to fucking talk. And Alex said that the reason why that worked out is because those guys actually have to sell their soul to the devil in order to get police officer clothing from demons who were willing to help them out in some way. And so what's happening is that sometimes it takes a really long time for them to get, I think they're using a flashlight, dude. They're using a flashlight to light up the room because it's not working. And then that guy is standing, because the door is closed. The door on the opposite, the business door is closed. Customer business door is closed. And so it has like that reddish, brownish color to it. Okay? But yeah, they're using a flashlight to open up that fucking the dark room because he can't see. So anyways, what I was saying is that Alex is saying the reason why that works out is because the milk can become really, really rotten if it stays out for too long, and you can get really sick. You can get really, really sick if you breathe in rotten milk for too long. And so that guy, Officer Rico, there's another car coming in, trying to open up that business. So Officer Rico, he got hit with the milk. And so, to be honest with you, the reason I have never smelled rotten milk before. Like, my family we just never really drank milk at home. And it was highly discouraged to drink milk at home with a man around. You just should not ever drink milk when there's a man in your fucking presence, because he's going to start talking about how much he want to fucking have sex. So you should not fucking do it. But what had happened is that I was not eating the prison food because I did not want to eat it. And the reason why is because Mexican men kept delivering me the fucking food. And they kept fucking doing that shit. So they were already just throwing they were not leaving. They were not leaving the food on the food port. They were not doing it. It's called a food port, like transport, food port. They were not leaving my food on the fucking door with a little table on it, just to hand prisoners their food. And so what's happening is that I accidentally stepped on a carton of milk, and then all of a sudden, like, milk spilled out, and that was the first time that I had ever smelt rotten milk, and it was around the face of Mexican men. I've never smelt rotten milk before. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull it back because that person's not coming through. So what's happening is that I've never smelt rotten milk before ever in my life. So I was like, oh my God, rotten milk smells really fucking bad, dude. I've never smelled that shit before. I'm kind of glad I never did, because I felt like I could have died and had health complicated problems from smelling rotten milk, like, ever. Like, that was a really big fucking problem. And some white American guy who was forced to be gay, he knew that I never knew what rotten milk smelled like was. So he was just acting, and he was an actor. He's like, oh, I'm an actor. Right? And he was like an undercover cop infiltrating the LSBT community as an undercover white guy. And so he was like, and his face actually turned really red. Like he was about to barf and throw up because there was rotten milk. And what happened is that I was like, there was no rotten milk, so I don't know why he was doing that, because I did not smell anything, and I thought maybe he was just sensitive. And the reason why he did that, because he feels really sensitive. Like, only Mexican men are allowed to cry, and not fucking women and white American men and shit like that, because they really like victimizing themselves and shit like that. But for real, that's poor people shit, dude. That's poor people shit. Oh, they're talking about Scott Cohen. Oh, yeah, the Jean-Claude Van Damme guy. Yeah, I remember that guy. He was really good looking. He was really handsome. So anyways, he was trying to talk on the phone like Scott Cohen. That guy was fucking rich, dude. Wearing basic tee, basic fucking shorts. I was like, dang, he looks fucking rich, dude. I don't know what it is, but he looks fucking rich. But anyways, So what's happening is that I've never smelt rotten milk before, but that guy, he was an actor and an undercover cop, and he was like, and he was acting, like he was really good at acting, like rotten milk was making him sick at a vegan restaurant that I worked at. And so what happened is that when I smelt milk for the first time in my life, I reacted the exact same way that he did. And he said, Cho, if you ever smell rotten milk, you can get really, really sick from that. So if you ever spill milk, you have to clean it up really fast, okay? And I was like, okay. I don't know. I don't drink milk. So I guess that's what he's saying. And then for the first time in my life, that I had smelt rotten milk. And then I remembered, wait a minute, I think I've smelt that before though. When I was doing high school sports. I was on the high school sports team, and I remember smelling rotten milk over there. And then Alex said, so Cho, what had happened is, you remember that Mexican guy on your sports team? Isidro Osuna. Do you remember him? So he was never supposed to be on the sports team. He just joined anyways, and he forced himself to be on the sports team because he just knew that you were going to grow up to be a celebrity. And so he just joined anyways. And against, and then the white American police and the teachers apparently just allowed him to keep on fucking coming by, apparently. So I remember smelling it, and what had happened is that God used magic to make sure I didn't go trying to barf, because he's really fucking sensitive. He's really fucking sensitive. Like, his feelings can get really hurt really fucking bad, and he might start accusing everyone of fucking racism just because someone smelled rotten milk in the fucking classroom. So at that time, we were protected by God. And Alex explained to me, so Cho, the reason why you smelt rotten milk is because that Mexican guy, Isidro Osuna, what he was doing is that he was using a sock, and he was dipping it in milk, and then he was masturbating to a sock and to milk, just because he's a fucking rapist, and that's what he was doing. And what happened is that he ran out of socks because someone stole all of his socks. So he had to wear that sock, and he washed it though, but it did not come off completely, and that he had to wear a sock with cum and rotten milk to school. But God is very, very good with magic, and he's very good with multi-dimensionalism. Okay, so I only smelt the rotten milk, but I did not smell the cum, apparently. Oh, because Mexican men don't have cum, right? Yeah, so God forbid Mexican men from having cum anyway, so they cannot cum. They do not have cum. They can only pee. Their only release, sexual release, is by peeing, is what Alex is saying. So yeah, so there is no cum, and God can clean anything with magic. He can separate dimensions and reality with magic. So you know how kind of like in Final Fantasy VII, you can change the lighting with a button. You can change the hair bow on Aerith's hair. You can change the dress she's wearing. You can change a smile to a different facial expression. You can change like the different camera rotation, stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about? Well, God can actually do that in reality. Does that make sense? And he can separate a lot of different things just like that. And then for you might see Yanni, but I saw a fucking Laurel. You might have saw a golden fucking dress, but I saw a blue fucking dress. And he can do stuff like that. Does that make sense? So anyways, that was the first time that I had ever smelled rotten milk, was in high school, and some Mexican guy was masturbating to fucking milk with a fucking sock. And that was the first time I ever smelled rotten milk in my life. And then the second time that I smelled rotten milk in my life was when Mexican men were handling food, and they were throwing food on the fucking floor because they just don't want anyone to fucking eat. Like, the second they see fucking ketchup, like, a lot of people are gonna get fucking, you're gonna get into a fist fight with a bunch of different fucking Mexican people. Does that make sense? So anyways, Alex is explaining that rotten milk can get you really fucking sick. Okay? And so, yeah, I hella believe that. I was like, oh, hell no, I gotta fucking put soap on it. I gotta clean it. I gotta make sure I don't step on another fucking milk carton ever again, because I've never smelled rotten milk before. I could have gotten really fucking sick from that. And no one ever talked about that before, but you can get really fucking sick from rotten milk. Okay? So Alex is saying, and because I threw milk on his fucking uniform, like, washing it off is kind of fucking impossible. He's gonna get fucking sick from that fucking milk. Like, that's like a pretty lethal. It is pretty lethal to throw milk on someone's fucking clothing, because sometimes it just never comes off, and it can become fucking rotten. If that makes sense, okay? So I threw milk. I threw a carton of milk. I know it's like a lot of like jumping around. Sorry guys, I know my hand looks weird. They fight over that shit too. Deposing. That's deposing. You see how ugly my hands are? He will not let me pose my hand to look pretty or nice or beautiful. That's what it means to depose, to deny and depose someone. Well, anyways, so Nguyen tosses milk from a milk carton. See, he talked too much. Okay, he talked too much. He explained himself fucking twice. Okay, Nguyen tosses milk, and Alex is saying that he uses big words and he repeats himself and shit like that. He talks a lot, dude. He talks like 5 times more than everyone fucking else as a fucking man. Tosses milk from a milk carton on the officer. The milk lands on the officer's torso, and that's a reference to the fact that he knows that my older sister is actually an undercover cop, and that she is Toru Honda, and that she is the mean side of Toru, and I am the nice one. So he knows, so he used that terminology. What was the other one? What was the other key word? Trying to remember. I don't remember. So anyways, whatever. We'll just get back to it. I don't remember what the other time travel keyword was, but you guys can just rewatch the video if you want to find out, but I don't remember. So anyways, torso. Where is that word torso? The milk lands on the officer's torso, wetting his uniform. So wetting is a wet, to wet. So wetting, and it also means wedding, right? Is a very sexual word for Mexican people, and the terminology is that a Mexican girl text messaged my best friend, and she said, tell Cho that you're a lesbian and that you're dating me. And then tell Cho that I told you that I'm wet. And then tell her what that means. And then my best friend Jonalyn said, oh yeah, so Leilani told me that she's wet. Cho, do you know what that means? No, I don't. It means that her pussy's fucking wet and that she's ready to have sex. Oh, okay. Got it. So wedding is a sexual word which means wet dick and wet pussy. Okay? It means like they're like salivating. Their sexual organs are like salivating right now. Wetting his uniform. He immediately goes to secure her food port and speaks to her briefly. So what happens is that he locks my food port door so that I cannot get like water from the hired jail assistant. So what's happening is that in jail, and no one knew this, and this is not all the time. This does not happen for everyone, okay? But the American government hired a girl, okay, hires girls to go to jail and to sleep in the jail cell and to watch over prison inmates. So say like if a prison inmate is getting targeted, okay, is unfairly treated by a police officer and arrested her for a crime that she did not commit, okay, that sorry, let's just watch this real quick. Yeah, so they're still using a flashlight. Wow, they're using AI CGI to make it look brighter when it's actually darker in real life. It's crazy, dude. Everything looks white on my fucking phone. Well, the wall here looks kind of brown, but well, anyways, we'll just keep going. What was I saying? Oh, he goes to secure the food port. So the reason why he's saying he goes is to lock the food port, okay? So he locked the food port. Okay, so in the jail cell, oh, that's a lady. That's a lady. Secretly an FBI officer going to arrest them. Doing it the magic way. Okay. Oh, they're all hurrying from the outside into the building. Like they're kind of panicking right now. Those are gunshots. Whoa, did someone fall over? Well, someone's on the fucking floor right now. Do you guys see him? Right there. On the fucking floor. Well, anyways, I'm gonna keep going because I don't want to keep recording this video. Okay, so sometimes, like, so I was criminally arrested by a criminal, and a lot of people are getting kidnapped during this time. So you guys should not be driving around. Like, Timothy is getting arrested, Harrison is getting arrested, his best friends are getting arrested. Sign E. Medallion is getting arrested. Fucking Dylan is getting arrested. Lucifer is getting arrested. Like, I'm getting arrested. Belle Delphine's getting arrested. Like, everyone is getting arrested, okay? Like, Jill Biden is getting arrested. Stuff like that. So, Linda's getting arrested. My high school teachers are getting arrested. My cousins are getting arrested. My sister is getting arrested. Everyone's getting arrested. Be careful out there right now. But not everyone's going to get the same treatment because my family owns the White House. Okay, so I got different treatment. So I got people, like, there were people hired to go undercover at that jail cell to clean up the fucking streets and to act as, like, kind of like an assistant, right? At the jail cell. So say if I needed food or water, that they would get me extra food and water and stuff like that. Okay? But they closed my food port, and I was never allowed to leave the jail cell during this time because the Mexican men decided to become even more violent and make sure that female officers were never serving female inmates. So I had to stay in my jail cell and not go into, like, the group room just to talk and hang out to other prison officers and talk about, whoa, you look like you'd never committed a crime in your life, dude. Like, not talk to those girls at all. Stay in your jail cell because a bunch of Mexican men are getting even angrier and madder every single fucking second. And it's never going to be the fucking same. I'll tell you that. Okay? So he locked my food port. And he talks to me for a little bit. Okay? And the reason why I talked about that food port incident was because I had an assistant, like, buy food for me. And she was giving me, like, chips. She was giving me, like, instant noodles, stuff like that, and they were, like, high quality. They're like better quality than the ones that you can buy at the grocery store, because this one came from the White House. So the White House was giving me food while I was staying in jail. And the reason why is because sometimes the prison food was not good, because they're letting me know that sometimes they were giving me American food. They were giving me American food at jail, which I like. But sometimes they would serve things like European food. And when they would serve me European food, it would be like hot dogs and beans, and that was it. And it would taste really fucking bad, and I would not eat it. So then some of the prison inmates were like, I can buy you food, like anything you want. So they were giving me food from the food port, like instant noodles, chips. They were giving me like water, stuff like that. And then they closed it because they did not want me to get hot Cheetos and noodles from the food port. Okay? So that's what that was about. Secure her food port and speak to her briefly. Based on the preponderance of, sorry. Based on the preponderance of evidence and recorded camera footage, I find her guilty of the listed offenses except me, ME02. So he's saying that he is not guilty, but I am guilty, is what he's saying. Okay? So he's trying to say that I was guilty of something that he tried to commit a crime, and then he tried to frame me for a crime that he committed by collecting my hair on the floor, and they were forcing me. They were trying to force me to give them blood every single month. And I said no to them every single time. But they kept trying to get blood from me so that they can splatter my blood on their crime scenes and my strands of hair and make it seem like I was the one who committed their crimes. Okay? So that's what he was saying. So I'm guilty of a crime that he committed. Okay? The decided sanction for Nguyen will be 15 days lockdown and 15 days loss of tablet and commissary and in-person visits. So because I threw milk at that guy for pretty much trying to talk to me, right? At like 2 a.m. in the fucking morning. 2 a.m. in the fucking morning, you guys. I'm serious. I'm not lying to you. I'm being pretty fucking serious about that. It was fucking disgusting how much they want to fucking talk. Okay? To someone that's not fucking Mexican, right? Because he's not going to tell them how Dylan's fucking doing. If I knew, I would have fucking told them. But I didn't. And maybe, you know what? I might actually withhold that information, but I don't know. You know, I just don't really think too much. I'm just kind of like, oh yeah, you know, blah, 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 blah. Cho. Evil people are real. You don't tell them anything. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I gotta rewire myself to start thinking that way. So anyways, sorry, they're muffling my voice. They're radiating the air. Oh shit, is that him? Oh my god, I think that's Officer Vasquez, dude. He fucking left. Oh, that's him right there. He just walked by. That was him. That was Officer Vasquez. And the reason why he's there is because he's trying to stop me from recording this video and talking about this paper. That was Officer Vasquez. That was him. He's trying to break into my house and do me fucking dirty, dude. So anyways, so he tried to stop me from... So what's happening is this decided sanction is that I'm not allowed to leave my jail cell for 15 days and to group. Okay. So in other words, I stayed locked up in my jail cell, which I was always choosing to stay locked up because God told me that this time is you have to stay in. Whereas the first time I went into jail, I grouped. I hung out with a couple of girls. They were fun. But this time I stayed locked up the whole time in my jail cell. And 15 days loss of tablet. And the reason why is because those guys they were always trying to shut down the cell phone companies and trying to say things like Cho cannot be trusted with a cell phone and she cannot be trusted with a tablet, and she cannot be trusted on the internet, and she cannot be trusted to speak. And that was what the mental illness facility, Dr. Benitez, was had written about me as an illegal doctor at the hospital. Okay, so when he's saying that, when he writes, Cho cannot be trusted with a tablet, what he's saying is that Cho, they're trying to take away my internet and cell phone privileges, and they have gone to my mom and they told her, Cho, so they're trying to tell me to tell you that they want me to stop paying for your internet. They want me to stop paying for your internet, and they don't want me to provide you with phone services anymore. Okay? And she was talking about the Mexican police officers. Okay? So when they say loss of tablet, it means they're trying to take away my cell phone. And that's it. Commissary, that means they never wanted me to eat food. They don't want me to buy food at all. Okay? Or like what else were they selling? Like sanitary napkins, like pads and stuff like that. Not even allowed to buy toilet paper. And you should have been able to buy toilet paper. But the reason why you could not buy toilet paper, because Mexican men were fighting over toilet again. So while we were at the jail cell, we would run out of toilet paper, right? And what would happen is that I would never ask the Mexican men for toilet paper. I would ask the white people, and I would ask the Mexican girls for toilet paper, okay? But what would happen is that if you ask Mexican men for toilet paper, he would always say, but you already got 2 though. Looks like you got some right there, right? It looks like you got some right there, right? Some paper towels. You got some, right? So I don't need to get you more. Don't be selfish. Don't be fucking greedy. And that's what they were saying. Okay? So commissary is pretty much like the jail shop, and you can buy things, but you could not buy toilet paper, and you had to fight Mexican men over toilet paper like every single week. Every single week. And you were only given 2 rolls a week, which is not enough. Okay? This is for someone that gets a period too, okay? This is the first documented disciplinary incident Nguyen has been involved in since being booked into custody. So that means that this is the first time I got into a fight with the Mexican police officers. The sanction will be utilized as a corrective measure for Nguyen's actions. So they're saying that they know how to teach me how to act right, because I was wrong, okay? Nguyen will be given a breakdown of the violations of an explanation of sanction, disciplinary, whatever the fuck this is, disciplinary history, IDP. I am dark pastel 0. She is not dark pastel. November current, IDH current. So November current means that they're trying to traffic Linda. They're trying to earn money from trafficking Linda, and that is her birthday. So I'm sorry, Lucifer explaining to me what that all means. Oh, it means disciplinary hearing is what disciplinary history as well as what Lucifer is explaining. Okay, so yeah, the whole entire time, I'm not gonna go through how many times he said he wanted to fucking talk, but he said he wanted to talk for a really long time. Okay, because I'm at like 2 hours now, and now we're in 54 minutes. Okay, so let's go back at the top. So disciplinary hearing report. There's some Mexican man standing right there. He's trying to talk to me. Oh, now he's trying to fucking hide. Sorry, I just saw him looking at me. Yeah, so there's a Mexican man looking at me through that door, and then he tried to hide himself. So anyways, whatever, dude. So, a disciplinary hearing report. So he's trying to make up his own terminology about how he's going to run his brand new police officer facility. Because have you guys ever heard of that before? It's court hearing. It's court hearing. But he put disciplinary report. And it means hidunglam is what the gods are saying. That's what he's saying behind the scenes. That means he's saying in Vietnamese, I am right. I am right. Dung lam, ta dung lam, right? So it's court hearing. It's supposed to be court hearing, okay? So anyways, incident 25-000-275, and this is a reference to Dylan Farrell, okay? The incident regarding Dylan Farrell. Okay, so you know the gay stopagos? So those guys are arresting straight people and girls, and they only want skanks and the LSBT to rule the world. So they're trying to put Dylan Farrell in jail for being straight, is what Lucifer is saying to me right now. SPN number 9111655. I don't know what that is. Location, Regional Adult Facility Center. It is not called a Regional Adult Facility Center. It's not. He's trying to create his own fucking words. Okay. It is Imperial County Jail. Okay. Location, Imperial County Jail. Or Hotel India. Okay. Lower 2. Jail cell lower 2. So, Hotel India, jail cell lower 2. Incident date time, September 9th, 2025 at 11:10. So, yeah. IP name, incarcerated person name, Nguyen Pearl Min Cho. And they always spell my name wrong on fucking purpose. They always fucking do that. Mexican men are never, ever, ever going to pronounce anyone's name correctly. Okay? Spell it wrong and everything just to fucking argue with you. Okay? Offenses. Check offense. Offense description. MA02. Fighting with battery on any staff member, volunteer, contractor, or incarcerated persons. So the reason why it is volunteer is because all of these people are actually volunteer police officers. And what that means is that they were never hired by America to become police officers. No one is ever allowed to volunteer at a fucking jail cell. Like, no one's allowed to fucking do that shit. That shit is highly illegal. That means someone's trying to break someone out of fucking jail and run the whole fucking thing illegally, okay? So, in other words, fighting or battering with staff member and volunteers. So that means they don't actually fucking work there. They are all volunteers. So anytime you see a Mexican police officer, he is volunteering to work for it, and he is not officially enrolled in the police academy. Memories, 705 Facebook. Look back on your story from May 2025. Oh, okay. So I got a notification from Facebook about Pika Jen. Okay. So anyways, sorry, I got a notification on my phone. But anyways, volunteer. So Mexican men are illegally impersonating a police officer, and they call it volunteer work. Okay, contractor. So contractors are probably not really supposed to work here either, right? So it should have just been staff member. But contractor, okay? So so the contractor that came, okay, oh, I see what you're saying. So the contractor that came to our jail facility was actually El Chapo Joaquin L. Guzman. And El Chapo, okay, is Jackie Chan, and he is True Nguyen. So my fake dad came to my jail cell hoping that I won't figure out that it is actually him. with a different fucking puppet. And it's a Mexican puppet. And it was El Chapo Joaquin El Guzman. And this guy is Junior. So he successfully gave birth to himself. And he has a new puppet. And it was a son to himself. And he has a puppet who is his own father, El Chapo. So it was El Chapo and it was El Chapo Jr. It's Joaquin El Guzman, and then it's Joaquin El Guzman Jr. Okay, so Joaquin El Guzman Jr. was the contractor at this jail facility, and the contract work that he was doing was actually a plumber. So he was the plumber at our jail facility, and he was a contract worker. Okay, and he was in fact denying service on the weekends. So if you had a clogged toilet, then so Joaquin El Guzman, the Mexican police officer and plumber, will deny you service for the entire weekend until Monday. And that is when he will finally unclog your toilet. Okay? So he was the contractor, and they were also contracting construction workers, Mexican construction workers, to do illegal construction working at these jail facilities, such as, for some reason, there was a broken wall. So one of the prison inmates was like fucking God, was a god. And she punched a hole in the fucking wall because some Mexican guy kept trying to fucking talk to her. She said, I don't want to fucking talk. Stop trying to fucking talk to me. I don't want to fucking talk. So they're trying to radiate my voice, and they're trying to drown my voice out. So what happened is that guy kept on fucking talking to her, to that girl, and she got really fucking mad. And what happened is she started kicking the fucking door, and she was cussing him out, and she kept cussing him out. She talked to him for about an hour, and I said, I told you, I don't want to fucking talk. So stop fucking talking to me. And so she kept doing it, and it was like 12 o'clock at night. Probably, it was actually not even 12. It was like 1, it was like 2 a.m. 2 a.m. in the fucking morning. Okay? After midnight, after 12 o'clock, it was 2 a.m. in the morning. And so the reason why is because she said, oh, I was like, who are you talking to? And she's like, oh, so that police officer, Officer Armstrong, he keeps trying to talk to me. And Armstrong was a Mexican police officer. And Mexican officer Armstrong kept talking to this prison inmate. And I forgot her name because she was lying to me about her name anyway, because she was kidnapped and she was not going to give them her real name. Okay? So she said, oh, that guy keeps trying to talk to me. So I'm telling him I don't want to fucking talk. And Alex explained, so he's talking to her through telepathy. And he's talking a whole bunch of mad shit to her right now. Like he's going to rape and murder her while she's in fucking jail. Her family doesn't know where she is and shit like that. And then after they're done raping and murdering her and creating camera footage videos of them having sex with her, they're going to send it to her family, and then they're going to kill everyone. So that's what they were saying to her. So that girl got really mad, and so she started kicking her jail cell door. And it was so fucking loud that I got out of bed. I got out of bed, even though she was like yelling for a really long time. And I watched her, and she was hitting the door, and that shit was so fucking loud that the whole entire jail cell facility walls started vibrating. Okay? When I kick the door, like the door barely fucking moves. And only the door fucking is being moved. You can't feel the walls fucking moving. Okay? And that door was made out of metal. Like how heavy was it? It was probably like 500 pounds. That door was probably like 500 pounds. Okay? Made with like edged steel. And those walls are probably even heavier than every single wall you've ever seen. So that wall was probably like at least like 5,000 fucking pounds. This is a jail facility, you guys. A lot of things is going to be harder than you fucking think. So in reality, that girl was kicking her door, and then the entire jail cell started fucking shaking. And so I was like in immediate panic, and got up and I looked at her, and she was nice to me. It's like, oh no, you're fine. I'm just mad at him. And then she started yelling at him, arguing with him. I don't want to fucking talk. I don't want to fucking talk. Stop fucking talking to me. I don't want to fucking talk. And then what had happened is that she kicked the wall. Okay, she kicked the wall, and then she broke the wall. She broke a hole in the wall. Okay, and then and then the next day when I woke up, because I actually fell asleep, she was not there anymore. She was not there in her jail cell anymore, because she magically teleported herself out of the jail facility. Okay, so there was a hole in the wall, and then the contractor just decided to use cement and just to fix that wall and then he put another prisoner back into that jail cell when the American government and the white American police told them not to fucking fix it and not to put another prisoner in that jail cell after that fucking wall broke like 2 weeks ago. And then they just did it. They just did it anyways. So that's the contractor. It was Joaquin L. Guzman Jr. and his actually True New Winds fucking puppet. And he came to visit me in jail because he tried to arrest me and put me in jail on Christmas, okay? Not my real dad. Or other incarcerated persons, okay? So he's saying that I've tried to fight other prisoner inmates, okay? For MA02, okay? Guilty, not guilty. So they're saying I was guilty of it, okay? Okay, so watch this, okay? So MI05, lying or providing false statement to a staff member, guilty. So what's happening is that the reason why he's saying I'm lying or providing false statement to a staff officer is because I have the right to remain silent. I have the right to remain silent. So he said, do you want to go to court? No. Like, I'm already proven innocent, dude. I didn't do shit, you dumb fuck. Okay? And then afterwards, he's like, so how's your family? Where do they live? And then that was when I stopped talking to him immediately, okay? So lying or providing a false statement to a police officer. So in other words, he's trying to call me guilty. He's trying to call me guilty for not telling him where my family fucking lives and for not wanting to talk to him. So what he's saying is I just wanted to fucking talk. Right? So I was found guilty by him for not wanting to fucking talk. Okay? And for not providing him for information where my family lives. Okay? And for the third offense is ME02, indecent exposure. Okay? Not guilty. So the reason why this happened is because they're saying that I stripped naked. And I wanted them to look at my naked body while I was in jail. Okay? And the reason why that happened is because they're just saying that I fucking did that shit. It never fucking happened. Okay? It never fucking happened. And the whole entire rape and molestation thing also never fucking happened. It actually, they were never able to do it. They were never ever able to fucking do it. They just sold their soul to the devil. And then all of a sudden, a bunch of words that I never meant to say just came out of my mouth. Okay? That actually never happened, okay? So that is why over here it says not guilty. Okay? So we'll get back to this in a little bit. So the reason why this happened, okay, is because that guy intended to put guilty. Okay? So what he did is that he put guilty. So I was guilty on all 3 charges under Officer Vasquez's disciplinary hearing, okay? Disciplinary report, okay? But what happened is that the American government, right then and there, when he tried to print it out, who is that? Oh, I think they just locked the door. Oh shit, that's my cousin, dude. She's my favorite cousin, dude. She's so funny. So anyways, sorry. I'm burping right now because they found out I have a fucking favorite and it's not them. And he's sensitive about that fucking shit. Man, that thing is fucking red, dude. I can see the portal to hell, dude. Do you see how red that shit is? Okay, now it's kind of fucking orange. Fuck, he might be getting sent to hell right now. Oh, now it's fucking red. Sorry, guys. So anyways, back here. So what's happening is it actually never fucking happened. Sorry, guys. I mean, I know I concerned you guys a little bit, but they actually never fucking molested me. They never molested me. I never got touched. I never got touched, okay? They were just, sometimes it was just, man, that shit is crazy, dude. One time I accidentally wrote a letter about how I wanted to kill Jenny and Linda, dude. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I want to kill Jenny and Linda. That shit was scary. That shit was fucking scary. I never told anyone about that. And it was because they cheated on me. And, you know, I just wanted Dylan to love me more than anything. And the reason why that happened is because someone else sold their soul to the devil to get me to write that letter to Dylan. Because they wanted me to feel that way about Dylan. And then after that, I was like, dude, I need to calm myself down. I need to calm myself down. I still have that fucking letter. I still fucking have it. And then I placed it under my bed. I placed that letter under my bed. Oh shit, there's a red light right there. I think it's a devil, dude. Yeah, I think this is a fucking devil. It's getting mad. I placed it under, it stayed under my bed while I was living in Dylan's house. So, okay, so this is my family house, okay? In my family house, under that bed, I left that letter. I want to kill Jenny and Linda because they cheated on me, and I just want Dylan back. And that was the letter, and I never told anyone about that. And then after that, I was like, oh my God, I gotta go home and pick up that letter. I don't want anyone to read it. I don't want anyone to read it. I panicked for about a whole 5 years. 5 years before I was actually able to go home. Because you can see how much I get into a fight with my family, right? So I finally was able to go home, and then I picked up that letter, and then I just burned it. I just burned that letter. I burned that letter, and I made sure no one ever read it, because that's not how I actually felt. And then I went onto Tumblr, and I said, Jenny, like, you are, like, my best friend, Jenny. Jenny is, like, my best friend in the whole world. The reason why I'm laughing is Jenny is so funny, dude. Like, the only person that is just as funny as Jenny that I know is freaking Cloud Strife. Like, Jenny is funny, dude. Jenny is funny. Sometimes Alex would start laughing out of nowhere because he's saying, yo, Jenny's so fucking funny. I was like, what happened? So Jenny said, blah, 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 blah. And everyone would just start laughing because Jenny is so funny. So I said, Jenny, like, you're my best friend in the whole world. And I forgive you for cheating on me with Dylan. And you know what, Jenny? I think that you and Dylan are cute together. I think that you are good enough to marry Dylan. In fact, I want you to marry Dylan more than anyone else in the whole world, Jenny. I just don't want you to marry anyone else but Dylan. And it's like, Cho, you know that Jenny is your wife, right? And I was like, oh my God. Thank God Jenny is my wife, dude. Jenny's my wife, dude. Jenny is my best friend. Okay? And then after that, I was like, yo, I hope Jenny never knows that I wrote that fucking letter that I wanted to kill her. Because I wanted Dylan all to myself, dude. That was a crazy ass moment. And then, so I showed you guys that book. Okay, you guys remember that book that I put next to Christian Bale? Okay, that black magic book, right? So the reason why I posted that book is because that book came around, and someone with that book tried to sell their soul to the devil to get me to write that letter that I wanted to kill Jenny and Linda because I wanted to marry Dylan. Okay, so that was because I was cursed to write that letter. Does that make sense? And I never, ever, 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 ever talk about that moment. And I never do, because that's not how I feel and that's not what I want. And I was able to tell the world how I feel by saying, I love Jenny and Linda, and the both of them are the nicest people I have ever met, and they are my best friend. And I am happy that they want to marry Dylan too. And that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Okay? So, I'm just letting you guys know that when I told you guys that they did what they did, it was not the indecent exposure thing. It actually never fucking happened. It actually never fucking happened. Do you understand me? It actually never happened. I just accidentally told that fucking story through that book. So do you guys remember that book? That evil black magic book? Okay, so that book got me again. These Nazis fucking got me again, dude. Saying things that never fucking happened. Oh, Dylan cheated on me and Jenny Linda. It never fucking happened. Talking about how I got raped in jail. It actually never fucking happened. They sold their soul to the devil to get that to happen. So in other words, indecent exposure, not guilty. It never happened, okay? So what happened is that guy tried to put guilty. And what had happened is that the White House, the white American house, okay? What they did is that they hacked the system and they put not guilty. What that means is that it never fucking happened. And everyone knows that it never happened. It never fucking happened, okay? It never fucking happened. And this check mark here, the reason why the check mark is here is because it was checked off by the American government, okay? So what's happening is that he's trying to check off all three of them, and say that I committed all of these crimes. I was guilty of all three. So disposition. I'm trying to steal that fucking song, dude. Sweet Disposition. Because it's like so fucking feminine. It's like a feminine man, apparently. Okay. So then they checked off that check mark right here. That means that the law, light Yagami, okay? So that is a light Yagami check mark. And light Yagami, check that off, and that's a sign, and it says that the law has spoken on this incident and that it actually never fucking happened. So it never fucking happened. It never fucking happened, okay? It did not fucking happen. And so what they're saying is that he put guilty, and the law is saying that I am actually not guilty on all three charges. So someone who's talking like this, obviously all three should be guilty, right? But the American law checked it off, and they wrote not guilty. So the reason why I'm showing you this letter is because Mexican men talk a lot. So much that is actually fucking disgusting. Like, do you guys think Fabio was ever gonna stop talking? He was never gonna fucking stop talking. None of them were. None of them were ever gonna fucking stop talking. Okay? We had to fucking kill him. We had to fucking kill him and force them out of our fucking lives. Okay? Until they stopped talking to us. So what was that song called? The Black Parade. The Black Parade. So in the Black Parade... Oh, this is one of those Mexican people? So do you see that head right there? That's like a 2 feet tall Mexican man. That's a 2 feet tall Mexican man. It's fucking disgusting, dude. Because he's trying to show off that being small is fucking feminine and, like, sexually attractive and shit like that, dude. That shit's hella fucking disgusting, dude. I want a big, tall, strong, beefy man, dude. I'm not sure about that, dude. So anyways, I know. He's so cute. We're talking about Zhao Yun. He is so cute, dude. He is like beefy. Like he is like buff. He's like beefy, and that's like cute though. It's like the cute kind. It's not even like gross kind. It's like cute. That guy is really fucking cute. He's like a real a real man. A real man, you know? It's fucking cute. But anyways, so anyways, yeah, so Mexican men, they just talk a lot, dude. It's fucking disgusting. It's so fucking disgusting how much he's like, clipped. So he's trying to clip it and say it's like, you know, oh, big, beefy, strong men are fucking attractive. So anyway, Mexican men, you know, they're trying to clip it, right? They sold their soul to the devil to change it back to Mexican men. And, oh, Mexican men are Zhao Yun the whole fucking time. I don't really like that name that much. But it's him, you know, You know what I mean? So it is kind of cute. It is kind of cute, though. So anyways, I hate how muffled my voice is. It's drowned out by, like, a bunch of fucking soul sellers, dude. Like, if you can hear my voice right now, I am being attacked by soul sellers, dude. Fuck all y'all for fucking choking me up every fucking time I talk way too fucking much. So anyways, Mexican men, dude, talk way too fucking much. Like, so what's happening is that he's saying, clip, the agent, clip. So what you're saying is that you can't go back to Mexico. You don't want to go to hell. Okay. Now I fucking know. Now I know what you fucking want. Where your heart resides. And is you can't go back to fucking Mexico. And you don't want to hear how much someone fucking hate you. It's there. It's there. Keep lying to yourself. Keep lying to yourself. Because the truth and the light of the world is that everyone hates Mexican men the most. Bravo. And he's clipping it. He's clipping it to save his fucking feelings from admitting to the truth and reality is that no one gives a fuck about him. So yeah, guys, you heard it. You heard him try to clip it. You heard him try to clip it and create a false reality in his fucking head. Dumb bitch gonna get hurt way too fucking much. It looks like they're trying to steal something, dude. They're way too close to that fucking door. Alright, so anyways, I think that I'm gonna end the video here, but what I'm saying is that so that guy sold his soul to the devil to look like and to sound like Jean-Claude Van Damme, but by the time I got my mirror and ran to the video, what had happened is that I was too late and he already got into the fucking car. But, you know, like, just to let you guys know that Jean-Claude Van Damme, so Alex, the American men are saying, you know, like, we're vegetarians. And vegetarians just have a different personality. We have a different type of voice. And they think it's horrible. It's awful because, you know, like, meat eaters, you know, that's how we are. You guys stole that voice and that personality from me. So, and then he sold his soul to have a vegetarian voice. And then to look like, and tried to look like a vegetarian. And then everyone heard him talk like, oh, he's a fucking meat eater. Whatever, you dumb bitch. And then everyone just said, we're not going to let that shit slide. We'll never fucking forgive him for that fucking shit. Trying to be a meat eater, pretending to be a fucking vegetarian because you have feelings and stuff like that. So I'm just letting you guys know, because I could not catch him on camera. I might be able to catch him on camera. I might be able to find some evidence. But so what's happening is that yeah, I'm just saying, like, Mexican men talk way too fucking much. Like, did you guys hear that Mexican guy out there? He came from that side of the window. I told you, well, he came to fucking talk. He came to fucking talk. It's always a Mexican man and there's always a Mexican boy that came here to fucking talk from standing outside my fucking house. I don't want to fucking talk. Look. I asked her if she wanted to fucking talk. She said no. So I asked her if she wanted to talk again. And she still said no. So I told her if she don't want to fucking talk, then I have the right to put her in jail. So I asked her if she wanted to fucking talk. And she still said fucking no. That's what that shit fucking said. And now there's a Mexican man talking to me, standing from outside that fucking door. What do you guys fucking think? What do you guys fucking think? They talk way too fucking much, dude. And they have a lot of unresolved feelings. But you know what? We told them already, go back to Mexico. We don't want you here. No one likes you, and no one ever will. And the truth is that no one ever cared about you. And we all just want you to fucking die and go back to hell where you fucking belong. But you know what? Hell is too fucking good for you. So we're gonna send you back to fucking Mexico where you fucking belong. Because no one fucking like you. And that's it. They're not gonna accept it. When has the Zareth truly admitted to the fucking truth? It has never fucking happened. So he can go back to hell or Mexico where he fucking belong. And he can keep dreaming and dreaming and dreaming. And just, you know, be annoyed with us because he think we're in love with him and he don't want us and that we won't fucking leave, and he gonna keep dreaming and dreaming and dreaming and thinking like that back in Mexico. Okay? A place worse than fucking hell. And we're still not gonna let that shit fucking slide. And he's going to keep on dreaming and dreaming and dreaming. When all of us are finally living in peace. Playing Animal Crossing the way it should be. Playing anime video games. Anime video games like... A lot of them. Okay? I don't know. MMOs. You get your own anime character. Shit like that. We can always remember that he wanted us, but we never wanted him. And that's the most important part. The most important part for everyone to remember. Always remember that he wanted you, but you did not want him. So you have the one up. You are better than him. You always got to remember that. This is what this letter means. What this letter means is that he just wants to fall in love and he wants someone to believe him. And he just want to talk. He just want to talk because he just want to see if someone's ever going to fall in love with him. And he refuses to admit to the fact that no one was ever going to fucking fall in love with him. And he can't see the fucking truth because he's actually just fucking mentally fucking ill. Because he's mentally fucking ill. He cannot admit to the fucking truth that no one will ever fucking love him. Okay? And that's it. I think I'm going to end the video here. So every single time a Mexican man want to fucking talk, just say to him, no one will ever love you. And that's it. All right, bye guys.